Hey, yo, everybody, it is Voltage, and we are here with Metaphor ReFantazio, I believe is how it's pronounced. Not how I would have said it before the Game Awards, but we are here with a game I've been told to play for months, let's just say. And I'm finally picking it up, man. This was a Game of the Year contender, as you likely saw in the thumbnail. And I knew it was going to be banger. For you guys, I'll pick English. I knew it was going to be banger, but, man, from what I've heard, it has been actually insanely good. So, with that being said, we're going to dive in. It is Voltage RPGs. This is a top tier RPG, and I'm very excited to see what the game has to offer. Everyone who's played it that I know has said it's amazing. I've seen online just so much praise for it. It's such a top tier game. Oh, wow, they put this warning in there. Okay, sure. They don't want you to make a, ROM of it. Okay, sure. But I am very excited to dive in. So let's get in here. Let's see what this game has to offer. Let's have some fun. This Game of the Year contender. Were they robbed? Am I going to think they were robbed at the end of this? We'll see. But I'm very excited. So I'm not that impatient. There we go. Okay. A little bit. I'm pretty excited.
I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar!
Wow, why you deck him like that?
A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh,
That man is cooked.
That dream
Oh my
died
god,
long
he's
ago.
cooked.
You should have done the same.
And murking him? He was already on his deathbed.
Your kingdom will perish alongside you.
Oh my god. I mean, that's an opening.
By my hand.
Okay. Fire introduction to a villain?
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence.
Who could do this?
Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
cutscene
shadows
is fire.
stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
The last end of the room?
Luis.
Should he not be
A
sus?
shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter. The very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war.
You can see a shadow looming
One
over
has
them on
to
the wall.
ask.
It's nice.
Them dead, who shall take the throne?
The art is fire. He looks sick. Does that not make him mad sus though? That is some good looking art. Did I just go from this kingdom to Paris? Oh, Japan? I saw the tower for a second. Threw me off, man. I have no... Yeah, I'm telling y'all, I've avoided spoilers for this game as much as humanly possible. So, like, I've got nothing going into this. I got nothing. I'm just here to see it. And here to enjoy it. But good first impressions in the first couple minutes? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Our opening credits, huh? Okay. These graphics look good, man. Like, usually I'd skip something like credits, but, like, look at this. This is fire. We gotta keep this in, don't we? These are all the redacted text. Yep, Metaphor ReFantazio. I remember when this was first announced, time went by fast, man. When it was first announced, there was a lot of mixed stuff around it. People had faith. Here we are. All right, the game truly begins. Let's check our settings off screen. All right, all looks good. Let's do this. New game. What do we have on our hands today? What do we have on our hands today?
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest?
Is he talking to me directly?
Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. One who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Interesting. Okay, he's talking to me directly. Who are you who shall guide the protagonist? Okay, well, I'm Voltage, so the protagonist has a different name. Voltage. Yes.
Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours.
That's interesting to me. So imagine you did choose a name for a character in the game and he still says this.
It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold.
Yeah.
Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy.
Oh, okay. Reminds me of something that Clive said in Tekken 8.
But
We'll talk about that another time.
Be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question.
What would that be?
Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
I would not. Definitely. No, I'd say not always.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds.
Exactly.
This must be what you believe.
Yep, he knows.
I confess, my own answer still eludes me.
Fair.
But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality.
Huh. That's fair. I like this guy, though.
Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself.
Yeah, I like him a lot, though he's called the Scheming Man, so...
So, let this tale begin.
Okay. Regicide, you have to beat the game first. Storytellers are they're easy, and hardest intense battles. You know I'm choosing the hardest we can actually get. So we're doing hard mode. Let's go. Y'all know I would dive right in on difficulty. I go right in and I suffer for it. That's what we're gonna do. Gotta learn how to do our best. I mean, especially a strategy game. Heck yeah. There's the main character.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it
There's
true
Barry.
that the king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly
There's
been
one.
hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm
Well, that's
coming.
an elf I've
Mark
ever
my
seen.
words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Bandits on a... Oh, it wasn't a monster, it's a robot?
Let's see some respect for the militia. Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
They're gonna murk him? Ooh, demonstration of force.
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Oh, wow. Righteous cause, huh?
Come on, hey, keep it moving. Hurry it up. That's right.
Hand over our tribute. I snatch it like that too.
Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder.
So he is. No horns, no knife.
Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy.
A book? Really? I'm not surprised he hasn't punched him yet.
Hold it!
For running, he cut him down?
Should have listened to us, chum.
All he did was run.
Now fall in line. That's want to get stuck like us.
Oh, oh. He's gone. Yup. Oh, deserve.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Yeah. Off the what did he do? I mean, he's trying to fight for the book, but he screamed, bro. They threw him off the cliff. What did he even do? Why did they throw him off that cliff like that, bro? He hadn't even started fighting yet, and they just kicked him off.
This place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Luis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached?
One can hope.
Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
Let's just ask if they're alright. I think that's what I prefer to do, yeah.
Are you alright?
Been worse. And from the sounds of it, you're about the same. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right?
Yeah.
The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
Fair. The Trodia Desert. Interesting.
Think we'll make it?
You don't look hurt though, so that's good news. You can move, right? Okay, so not every single line is voiced, but yeah. I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. What is memorandum? Those are just... Okay, we can just refer to people and stuff we've seen. And who they are. Oh, so we can see who Gallica is? Gallica is a fairy who accompanies traveling boy on his journey, doubling as his chaperone for his special minion. Her diminutive size excludes her from participating physically in battles, but her special fairy traits allow her more proficiency than traveling boy when it comes to sensing magla and knowing magic. Though she can become heated when her personal values are tested, she's a reassuring travel companion. Okay, cool. We'll check that out in the conversation. Got a couple things too. Sanctism. Sanctism. Oh, this is like Final Fantasy 16 had a lot like this. I like checking out. Sanctism is a monotheistic religion devoted to the worship of the one God, the Almighty, the religion of majority across the United Kingdoms. Its sanctors preach that uttering the prayer Closere with one's whole heart will reach God, bringing salvation. It is the state religion, and the Sanctus hierarchy is deeply intertwined with the kingdom's politics. Currently, the crown theocracy is at the heart of the kingdom's political affairs. And then finally, magic here. Magic igniters. A tool that acts as a conduit for magic power, without which people cannot perform magic. To own or use them, one must obtain a permit from the kingdom by passing a test, with some exceptions, such as those serving in the state army. Igniters can be costly, depending on power and specifications, and purchasing them is akin to buying land or housing. And the Gauntlet Runner. Often called runners as shorthand, a general term for magic-powered, semi-automated vehicles designed for traversing the wastelands, and either overcoming or circumventing local wildlife threats and magical phenomena. Traveling the wilds on foot or even in a lightly armed carriage has historically been incredibly dangerous, making any long-distance trips a life-threatening risk. Okay, cool. Let's find a place where we can see everything, somewhere high. L to move, R2 to dash, circle to dodge. Some action perform and controls on the screen. There's tutorials.
Go.
Okay. Stop. This is... Oh, something close. All right, just started moving. Okay. Monster. Ugh. What is that? A sandworm Volmo? Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they've noticed this yet, though. So we don't want to fight it. Press L2 to use face sight, which lets Gallica sense the environment. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it'll show up as unknown. Prepare as best you can.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So this was running, and then dodging was circle. Okay. So we don't want to fight, though. Oh, they are everywhere. I don't even know where I'm going. This way. Is something shooting at us? There's something new over there too. What is that? I'm curious to fight, but if she said avoid it, I'm gonna avoid it until we have to. I see things chasing us though, but what is that?
Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
Man, Jula? Oh! Oh! No, bruh. No, 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 no. Okay,
Look.
we're good. What is it? It's a triangle structure. I mean, it looks really cool, but... Is that the city? Is it the capital?
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Refresh my memory.
Right. What am I doing again?
Wow.
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives?
What was that?
First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die.
Okay.
And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through.
Fair.
Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Yeah. We'll take it, thanks. I don't know what that just did. Such a music notes? This is the music is playing directly in my mind. The effect of her magic is inspiring. Oh, wow.
It's the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
Wow, so you can like use a spell that plays music in your head. That's pretty cool.
Look. Over there.
That's a road, isn't it? What a relief. The Grand Trot is already in sight.
Let's go.
Almost there. Let's keep moving and stay out of sight. Okay. Are those animals or are those monsters?
Yep, we're safe here.
Seems they're animals. Oh, they're not! Whoa! I thought y'all were just animals! Yo, what the fuck? He smacked the shit out of me, bro. I was just, oh my god. I just, bro. I thought we were chilling. I thought it was just one. I was like, there's no way there's that many monsters.
Yikes.
I was wrong.
A little over our heads.
Yeah, we are. Oh, and there's one of those too. Okay.
These ones aren't messing around.
I just need to. I'm level 1, man. I can't do this. What was that? Oh, that was the game. Oh, please don't come at me. Please don't. Okay, get on the rope. All right. Well, it attacked me. So, uh-oh, this is bad. Yeah. Well, what? You got a cutscene? Oh. Oh boy.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic.
That's cool. I had a cutscene there.
The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king.
I bet.
Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land
Well,
was
at least we
built.
escaped. That's nice. Here are these other people moving in.
By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
That is very exciting. I'm not gonna lie, that is very exciting. O great seeker, bearer of fantasy empowered. Hear my wish and come forth from thy epic of glory to grant me thy guidance. That is a sick opening. Overall, very sold. And we got more cutscenes. Wow. That's what we love to see.
Whoa, just look.
Whoa.
Oh, they're getting hung.
Get on with it then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Oh, poor guy.
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead.
Oh.
Yeah!
I thought people really
No
did
one
just to watch this and
going to
cheer.
listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin?
Oh, they all come down.
Bless you. Oh,
Careful!
hurry.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid.
No, he does not. Neither do I, to be fair.
Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only Elder here, in the whole city even.
What is an Elda? Okay, we're back to the game.
Capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Plamars and Rusants than anyone else.
I don't know what these are.
Which means a dopey Elda kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Yeah. A dopey Elda kid is crazy.
Did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Hmm.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
And we happen to eavesdrop, the classic.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Unfortunately, true.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Okay, so Luis was a count that used to run the army, interestingly enough. Okay, good to know.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
Definitely the point of his plan. That's rough. What is this? She's thinking really hard?
The king dead. His
Oh, no, this is our
stricken.
flashback.
Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
Who are we looking at? Who is this?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
So who is this? I didn't even see the little guy who's speaking first. Is this the prince?
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice.
So continue trying?
For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy.
Ah, yeah, so the prince was cursed 10 years ago? This plan was a long time in the making then. Unless they're unrelated events.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there?
Ah, so that's our mission, okay.
This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Understood.
Hey, are you listening?
We got a flashback moment.
Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close.
Oh, we were friends.
Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative.
Understood.
Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne.
So people think that the prince is dead, but he's actually cursed, and we're trying to save him. Okay.
That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us.
Okay.
Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers.
I love the art already. I know people have been praising this game phenomenally for the art direction, but I'm a huge fan, yes. Huge fan, huge fan. Okay.
So?
Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit you're lost and ask you for advice. Press R1 to open the map, and if you're unsure what to do, press triangle, and she will always have good ideas. Gallica. Okay. And then up in safe town to save your progress. Oh, we can try that. It's like this. Okay. I'm not sure what the network data is. How long does saving take? Very fast. Okay, sick. I wanted to look at something. Oh, no, I just had a thing in mind. This reminds me, like, oddly enough, when I used to play, like, Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I loved that game when I was younger. A lot. Although it's my most cursed video game ever. I've always meant to mention on the channel. Maybe I have way back. But I've never actually beaten that game because my system is doomed to, like, break or crash every time I play it. It's happened 3 separate times. That's a story time for another time, y'all are curious. Okay, we'll talk to some people and start roaming.
Oh, come off it.
She's screaming, it's an Elda? Why is one of your kind here in Grand Trad? What's wrong with me being here? Isn't it obvious? The church has made it clear the Elda wield devilish magic that defies the teachings of Sanctism. Devilish magic, she says. If you were so magical, I doubt you'd have it so hard in life. She's aggravating, but let's not cause a scene. Aw. Dang, they're racist. Okay, see who else is around here. Do some roaming. What about you? Shady woman. She just says nothing, just staring at us. Okay. I heard him saying Elda. Dang, they are all noticing me. There's a shop. So this shop sells igniters? One of those would sure come in handy. Too bad we can't afford it. Okay, good for the future. Another section. It's not where people talking. Or did it start a cutscene? It started a cutscene.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
True. Oh, this is for us, huh? Notes for gear to get?
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
Huh. Yeah, I already read what one is. I want one, though.
Now I want one for myself.
Yeah. Morium got new stuff. Let's see this. Magic, a general term for the technique that consumes power to cause phenomena that bends the laws of nature. It has a wide range of applications, from modest use in daily life to destructive power in war. However, as magic igniters, which require a state permit for ownership and use, are required for people to be able to use magic, many cannot wield magic. Okay, makes sense? And music and magic? An unusual variety of magic that causes the listener to become aware of their state of mind through the form of sound and music. As it is a modest form of magic with seemingly no utility on the battlefield, it's considered a meaningless, trifling skill in society, and thus is rarely used. That's tragic, because it actually sounds pretty nice. And let's see who these people are. So we got the Kingdom of Uchronia. A union of allied kingdoms spans the Kingdom of Uchronia, the Principality of Oceania, and the Principality of Ontario. Oh, shout out to Canada, Ontario, you know, close enough. Uchronia being the suzerain, with his king holding authority over all 3 kingdoms. The original King Hythlodaeus, something like that, was this United Nations' first ruler and is often referred to as the founder king. And the royal capital Grand Trad, the nation's largest city, capital of both the Kingdom of Uchronia and the United Kingdoms at large, also referred to as the royal capital, being the home of the palace and seat of the royal bloodline. Known for its solid ramparts, a site which has long been emblematic of the city itself. However, when the massive regolith Grand Cathedral was built, the building's grandeur became the symbol of Grand Trad. Alright, and the people, we got a few here. Elda tribe. The 9th tribe, distinct from the commonly known 8 tribes, they are condemned by the Sanctus Church for inheriting a dangerous magic heretical to the teachings of the Church. Their population is so small that to even see one in public is rare, and they face greater discrimination than any other tribe. In fact, many outside the main cities don't believe they exist. Wow. Then the Clemar tribe. The Clemar tribe composes the largest population in all the allied kingdoms. Their most distinctive features are the horns which grow on both sides of their head. Clemars have a broad diversity of facial and body types, which has essentially made them average. The Uchronian royal family are Clemar, and the members of this tribe hold a majority of important positions within the government, leading many Clemars to internalize the belief that they are the kingdom's most preeminent tribe. So it says that the royal family is Clemar. These are, like, they have the horn, so that also, I believe, because the horns we saw, that would make Luis a Clemar, right? Then there's the Rusant tribe, one of the most popular tribes of the United Kingdom, second only to the Clemar. Long pointed ears are their most distinguishing feature. They often boast excellent physiques, which has given them superior martial prowess. Rusant women are stronger than most men of other tribes. Many inevitably work in the military and often hold key offices. They're considered as influential as the Clemar, and the two tribes are sometimes called the prevailing tribes. And there's the Parapus tribe. The picture is the guy getting hung? Okay. A tribe recognizable by bestial ears and a tail. There are many variations in their hair and skin colors, including cold-colored skin not seen in other tribes. They are physically adept and often honest with their emotions, giving them a reputation for hedonism, for better or for worse. They are drawn to parties and festivities, and while this happy-go-lucky charm is often to their credit, it can also be seen as recklessness. And then there's the Prince of Uchronia, the son and heir to the throne of King Hythlodaeus V. More than 10 years ago, a mysterious attack in the royal palace left him afflicted with a deadly curse. The curse took its toll on his body, and though he bravely endured treatment, his recovery was interrupted several years later when he and his closest aides suddenly vanished from the castle without a trace. The king exhausted all possible means to find him, but was ultimately unsuccessful. He was formally declared deceased 3 years ago, and a royal funeral was held in his honor. Okay. I feel like those of you who've already played the game would be curious to see my opinions and takes and stuff like that. Those of you who already know the answers, and some of you may be experiencing the game for the first time with me. And I just want to say, so the main character's faction, whoever they are, is this like, are we reading a cover story, or is our lore just the true answer? So was the cover story that he suddenly vanished and the king couldn't find him until he was declared dead? Or does the king know we took him? They seem to be implying that he was taken secretly and even the king didn't know, which is crazy, but interesting. And we read about Gallica. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, until you see the price tag. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic.
Oh, she hating.
Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the Magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Yeah.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies.
Okay.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter?
If I can afford it.
Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
The royal scepter? I can just ask her. What's the royal scepter?
The royal scepter?
I like that the main character is voiced. I just want to say that there's a lot of RPGs where the main character is not voiced while everyone else is. Thank you for voicing him.
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
She is flabbergasted.
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power.
Interesting.
More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
That's cool.
Now he's dead, with no living heir either.
Yeah, royal family's pretty much gone.
Tragic,
other than our guy.
isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king.
I'm sure that's what Luis is thinking.
You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution, then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Okay.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We need to be careful.
They added royal scepter here, right? Yeah, they mark the terms when they're red that there's something new. Magla is a technical term for magic power that serves as the basis for magic. There are varying amounts in all things found in nature, including people, plants, and animals. Because magla sometimes crystallizes in areas of high concentration, some scholars theorize that magla may be physical particles too small to be seen with the naked eye. Then Royal Scepter, an ornate cane-like scepter passed down through generations of the Ukrainian royal family, proof of their right to rule. A magical instrument with extraordinary capabilities, powerful enough to induce natural disasters. It can only be wielded by the king, and the popularly termed royal magic it commands serves both as a pillar of the king's authority and a deterrent to war. And there's the royal magic. A powerful magic passed down through generations of Ukrainian kings, invoked through a unique magic igniter called the Royal Scepter. It has tremendous power that can bring about anything the king desires. There are several records of its use in the long history of the kingdom, be it for revolutionary or oppressive aims, but each is described as a cataclysmic disaster. It continues to represent a strong deterrent power to the royal family and the kingdom.
Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Let's go. That was an interesting scene across the board, though. Longer than I thought it was going to be. Also because I had to read the lore, but...
Let's head there.
What are you going to say? Oh, it's a... Should I really talk to a soldier? Why not? I joined the army's cause. I thought I was going to keep speaking for a second. It caught me off guard because he said the ugh. I joined the army cause because I looked up to Lord Louis. But now I get my arse handed to me if I so much as mention it. So Lord Louis is not supposed to be talked about anymore? He's taboo? What's the state army gonna do now? We won't find any decent recruits given the messy state of things currently. Can't say anything about it though? Okay. Oh, the recruitment place? Go down the street toward the cathedral and it'll be the building on the left. You looking to enlist as a soldier? Not like there's other work for Eldas, I guess. Don't make assumptions. Oh, you think you're better than the grime of Sunshade Row you crawled out of? You're in for a rude awakening, boy. Screw you. Okay. These guys be hating. Just down this street further. Yeah. Royal Capital, Grand Trod, Regolith Grand Cathedral. Oh, cool. They show us walking in. That's pretty sick. I was hoping that we'd blend in with the crowd and no one would notice that you're an Elda, but the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. We don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but do your best to stand tall.
All right.
Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should be just ahead. What do you guys say? Oh, recruitment center. What, you want to enlist or something? It's just down the road if that's the case. But an Elda enlisting? Bloody hell, what'll it be next? Wouldn't be in such a sorry state if Louis was in power. Louis. The mouth on this guy. If we weren't focused on saving the prince, I'd give him a piece of my mind. Let's just grin and bear it. So it seems the common soldiers are fans of Louis. That is a big sign. When the military is a fan of someone, they got a lot of power. Say that much. Things were better when Lord Louis was still central in the army. Yup, they are fans of his. That is telling that they want him back because things were better when he was in charge. They're going to hold the royal funeral at the Grand Cathedral over there. So we're going over there. The building on the left. I'm kind of curious to still roam a little more though. There's no one else to talk to, just eavesdropping. The guards on their toes because of that.
That's wrong,
okay, yeah, I know it's not the recruitment center. Sorry. I was just curious. No one else to talk to? Okay, we'll go back then.
Excellent.
Alright, recruitment. Time to become a soldier. Sign me up. Turn glass shatter?
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead.
I wish I could. But as far as I know, I have like barely any combat skill right now. I have a sword, though.
Okay, you got this.
Let me cook.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here?
Oh, look at him.
Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
He's a prick.
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth.
Ooh, we come back?
I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
Got him.
An uppity one, aren't you?
He got a big-ass nose.
Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country.
Can somebody throw his big ass on the lines?
Mark my words.
Like a cannonball.
War will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
What a bastard. He's a captain? I didn't even read that. He's a captain.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore.
I like this guy. I'm going to turn down the music and up the voices. A lot of games have to do that for, but I'm going to do that here.
But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Well, if you guys can hear it well enough, I'm going to have the volume up pretty high, so you guys let me know in the comments if I should turn the voices up some more.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Right.
Don't.
The healers have enough on their plates already.
His hair is throwing me.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece.
Right.
All right, next. Hurry it up.
Oh boy, he about to dig into me. An elder. Yup.
An elder? I thought your kind was long gone.
No.
Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those.
More orphans?
So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to fight for change.
I want to fight for real change.
His voice, yo, am I tripping? Like, the game does have... I think it's because they say it in Japanese, but sometimes the actual voice lines come after his lips start flapping. But it's because it's in English.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no?
Yeah. Okay.
So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
No, actually, that was OBS tripping. For whatever reason, like I noticed, I was looking at it, the CPU and everything on the computer was just fine, no frames lost, but OBS was just glitching because the sound was like actually like a second delayed. Because even on my side, I was hearing a second delay. It's like, what? It's because of OBS. But we're good. All right. What did he ask me? What brings us to our beloved course? Any skills? I'll say the sharp mind.
I've got a sharp mind.
Yes, you and every unschooled troglodyte.
That's fair, bro. That's fair. I think when you say you have a sharp mind, that probably looks worse, but like I didn't want to flex anything else.
Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Wow. Sometimes the lip flaps, what I meant when I said the Japanese part, is sometimes the lip flaps won't match up depending on how the game is made, if the lip flaps are matching the Japanese over the English. So, just depends. But the protagonist, what do I name him? Voltage is controlling him, but what is the story's protagonist name? Let me think about this. You know what? I like the name Damien. Let's do that. Let's go with Damien. It'll be our protag. There you go, Damien. Yes.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet.
Yeah, I do know my letters, man. I wasn't lying about the sharp mind.
All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Thanks.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sighting, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment.
I'll do my best.
You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission.
Fair.
On your way now. Up to. Next.
At least it wasn't as bad to us as the guy before us. What a long line. Guess you got no choice but to wait our turn. Okay.
Whatever.
You're so young. Are you enlisting too? Well, not much choice. You don't have money or a job. Reeve makes the world go round, as it were. Reeve is money. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Cutting's only going to get you chewed out. Oh, the nobleman from before. I'll talk to him last, though. What about you?
What's the world coming to?
Blast it. I came to enlist because I heard you can make a quick Reeve here, but they really make you work alongside creepy Elder? A Parapus I can deal with, but Elder are right ominous. Where'd you hear that? God's own scriptures. There's where. Guess you can't expect an Elder to know shite. Let him say what he wants. Fighting someone like him would just be a waste of energy. Man, screw him. How about the nobleman? There's a guy right here too. What did it say? Anxious Parapus? They said tribe don't matter in the army, but they'll probably put me up front as a meat shield. Not that I can find better work. Wish I could serve Count Louis. His army's built on merit, so even a Parapus stands a chance. And his army's built on merit? Yo, they're setting up Louis so nice. Or Louis so nice, it's crazy. How the nobleman? You enlisting as well? The line starts behind me, if so. Or was there something you needed? Are you really a noble? I take it you overheard my interview? Yes, guilty as charged. I am a noble, but just a countryside son of a lord. My family is of no real consequence.
Well,
let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom. Foolish or not. Huh. Real. See, can I talk to... I can't re-talk to people, actually. No, but it does summarize. I wanted to check the lore. We'll do the next one. Let's join the queue. Oh, nice transition. 23 degrees Celsius? That means nothing to me. I don't know what that means.
I heard they get sightings.
Let's check the memorandum. Forden. This old man? Why is he here now? Astivum Forden, the 78th Sanctifex of the Sanctus Church, the state religion of the United Kingdom. He holds the highest authority within Sanctism, and as such, is the leader of the Crown Theocracy. Despite hailing from the Rogue tribe, rather than the more common Clamar or Ressant tribes, he enjoys a broad base of support. In the turmoil following the sudden death of the previous king, many view him as something of an interim king, given his position as the leader of the moderate faction. Okay. And then the recruitment center is just right here. A center located in every city for people to apply to join the army. For those without family or means, volunteering is one of the quickest ways to earn money and social credibility. Recruitment is not always open, but concerns about public safety due to the sudden death of the king, as well as monster outbreaks in the area, has led to an unusually long recruitment period in the royal capital. Okay.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What do they call them? Something like,
We didn't get to overhear it? Oh, okay.
Next. Another Clamar. Wait. No. You don't look like the others.
Because I'm not.
Surely not. An elder? The first of your kind I've seen.
Yeah.
Move it. There's a priority around here.
There's not.
We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear.
Suck it.
It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Wow.
Brute force. Crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it?
Everything is about their race, bro.
You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Ressant strength?
That is true. He is supposed to be very, very powerful.
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
real.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Sorry for making a scene. You alright?
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
He's a nice guy. I like him.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter.
Yeah, what did I do? Cinder igniter.
These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway.
Okay.
It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
Okay. Thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. The captain I spoke of earlier had one too. They must take on different forms, like I saw on this main street.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
What? The vicinity map?
Wow,
I guess that makes
that's a real
sense.
map.
Because if an enemy got that, they get a lot of info on the capital.
It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
That's pretty cool.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger. And as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command.
Okay.
I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again.
I'm thinking again.
First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards.
Okay.
Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Okay.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Oh, well, that works out nice.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Understood. 6:02. This would be like January 2nd. June 2nd. June.
Look at all
June.
the other recruits.
Oh my
They
god,
really
that's
are
stupid.
desperate for new blood.
Yeah. We're all packed in this one
right.
room.
I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll
Okay.
also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him.
Okay.
Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow.
Unfortunately true.
Hey, you awake?
Nope, I'm asleep. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sorry to bug you.
Nah.
Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep.
I've been there. I have not been able to sleep too good the last couple days. The last few
I
days.
heard about what it was like in the capital, but still, when you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
Yeah, it is a lot. It's just how it is.
That's just how it is.
Well, I don't think that should be how it is. Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all.
What?
These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
Oh.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but still. The prince was
Damn.
kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him.
Well, that's nice of him.
Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Interestingly enough, that puts a that like dialogue puts a similarity between the prince and Luis. As we just heard about Luis, he is someone who rewards based on merit and doesn't care about race. So apparently was the prince.
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks.
So what's in the book? Are we back to the man?
It's what you call a fantasy story, right?
Oh.
So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories.
Our world is the fantasy?
Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over.
True.
In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor.
To think that they view our world as a fantasy and theirs. That's
Towers
crazy.
of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled.
I can see that. That's really an interesting take.
And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. I see.
It makes our world sound like one hell of a place, huh?
No magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world.
Yo, this game's writing is actually really fire.
Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
Oh, I like Gallica. Late night? That's not over yet. Okay. Record the events? Yes, this is a save point. Yep, right here. Yes. Save complete. Okay. Arbor's Day, early morning. Ooh, cutscene.
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine.
Oh, that's in the prince.
In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down.
So we saved him first, and then they attacked and burned it down?
It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix... You okay? Don't push yourself so hard.
Oh, that's when the curse was starting.
Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero?
He's a nice guy.
One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes.
Really?
So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me.
He was a supporting character. And he collapsed. And there's the curse. He's been asleep since. Is he still a child too? No, that was when he was a child. I don't know if he actually looked any older when we saw him earlier.
I won't give up either. Trust me.
Huh. Poor guy, though. Or with the noble again? He's keeping an eye on us. Oh, view from the sky. Okay. I like that triangle thing. Is that the castle? I mean, it'd be a weird castle, but... Yeah, we're sending out to... I think they said a deployment, right? Is where they're sending us right now? So cool.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, 1 day remains.
Oh, interesting calendar change. And he does look older.
Let's see.
I wonder how far we've come. Let's find our destination, the northern border fort. You can use information about your surroundings in the world map. Use the left stick to hide the location you want to learn about, then press X. Okay. What is this? So we see the campfire. Okay, so we hold over here. X confirms information is. That's just that. Okay. The Grand Trod. Let's click it. It'll be a while before we go back. That's it. The Grand Trod, capital of the city, Cincinnati class set. We already learned about this place. All right, the squad camp is a land used as a rest camp by armies who are en route to the northern border fort.
That's where you want to go.
That's where we went last night. That's okay. They're choosing where we want to go. Makes sense. There's the other fort camp. Was the plan to camp out there tonight? The fort's just past it, which is this way. Northern Border Fort. A fortress built to defend Grand Trod during the Annex War. After long disuse, it's now manned due to frequent monster sightings.
Hey, don't forget.
Yep, that's where our contact is. Okay, got it. Then. All we can do for now is rest. We have a big day tomorrow. Got it.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination.
Okay, here we are. June 5th, or 6:05.
The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Okay, here we are. Any terms we need to check? We do. Fantasy novel is the book Damien carries with him. Oh, they use our name instead of saying like the protagonist. Cool. The book Damien carries with him, it's a memoir-style novel depicting a country with neither magic nor a notion of tribes, where people are not discriminated by birth. Quite literally, a fantasy world. Then magic has magla crystal, which is a crystallized cluster of magla that forms naturally in places where high concentrations are left to fester, though scholars have recently developed methods to create them artificially. The color of the crystals depends on the formation process and its impurities. High purity, natural crystals are indispensable in producing high performance igniters. As a result, some value them higher than gems and precious metals. Areas where crystals are abundant are often claimed in the name of the crown as mining sites. Okay, cool. History of the Northern Border Fort. A defensive fort on the northern edge of Ukrainian territory, but also bordering the country of Oceania to the west. Built before the Kingdom's unification, this old stronghold has outlived its political and strategic relevance and is most often used as a training ground for new soldiers.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time.
Okay.
Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my comrades.
Well, you know, I said he needed to get his behind out there, but, you know, I guess he has, so I take it back. I was wrong.
Spare us this drivel. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
A world with only one tribe.
It tells of a world united as one tribe.
No discrimination, eh? A far cry from our world, then.
Oh, yeah.
So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read. You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule.
And that did not work out, I see.
Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Yeah, fair.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Maybe hating hate.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
I can't blow the mission, so I apologize for him.
I apologize for him.
See? Take a cue from your friend in the lesser tribe.
I even help out and they still throw me strays, man.
Well, Clemar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
Okay.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all.
Yeah,
My
I guess
mouth
that's true.
tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
Oh. Wow, so his name is Leon. That's cool.
That's my name.
No, Damien.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it. For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
Oh, he's a nice guy,
By
Stroll.
the skin of my teeth. Now, where was I? Right. As for you, fresh meat.
Someone help!
Oh, he got cooked?
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Speak to me, man.
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
Oh, he's cooked. He's unconscious. He's not dead.
One of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death.
No way, right?
Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastard's wounds.
He made that up. No, he is a wuss.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone? Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause? The guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear. Fight with pride. And we'll all have medals this time tomorrow.
He is really just standing behind and sacking us.
He's right. We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it.
He's dead.
Let's go.
Damn it. Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
Oh, we're cooked. We are chopped.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah?
It's hard to
Oh, she has gear
explain,
too.
but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
Hey,
oh boy.
Did something happen? Wait, is that a... fairy? Did you catch it yourself?
Yeah, she's with me.
She's with me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Actually, no. She was following me the entire time that we were inside the recruitment center. And she was sitting there talking to me in that room full of people.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger
Cap.
problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's
Armchair
take a
general.
moment and head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
No.
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die.
This guy's a goat.
I'm with you.
New ally, Stroll. A brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility has become your ally.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone.
Ooh.
I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out.
Yeah. Evening, okay. Night. I don't want to die either. Well, this is an unexpected turn of events, but don't lose sight of our mission, okay? I know.
Here we go.
Be careful. Our contact should be inside, and we just have to find him. Ugh, you're running with such purpose. What was that you were talking about? You said something about your ally?
Actually...
Oh, it's nothing. I was just worried about the soldiers inside.
I see.
I see. Well, whatever the case, the situation concerns me too. Let's go inside. Got it, got it. It took us an autosave here? Okay. This is not a save point either. You usually save, what, is with the up button, right? Yeah, or is it? It was up. Yeah, when it's safe, but unfortunately you cannot. There's other stuff here. What is memorandum? That's just this stuff. Stroll, he gets his own profile now. Leon Stroll, a young man of the Clamara tribe, met at the recruitment center in Grand Trod. A genial youth who values justice with a good head on his shoulders. He comes from a noble family, but seems to have complex circumstances that led him to enlist in the army, typically a commoner profession. Though new recruits grumble at being ordered to refer to each other by their surnames in order to prevent overfamiliarity, Stroll doesn't seem to mind. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Interesting. And with that, we're going to go ahead and bring an end to episode 1 of Metaphor ReFantazio. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment your thoughts down below, and of course subscribe if you want to see more. We are aiming for 400 subscribers, our next big goal. Would love for more to come join the Voltage crew. Check out one of these videos that should be showing up here near the end, which will just be suggested to whatever video that YouTube believes you would enjoy the most. And yeah, look forward to episode 2. I love this game. First impressions, I loved it. It was super fun. I'm very excited. I got lots of praise to have, but I really want to dive into some more episodes and see exactly how much it sells me. But I don't know, man. If people said that Metaphor has robbed the game of the year, I could believe it. Just saying. Any case, have a great rest of your nights, days, evenings, mornings, whatever it is you're watching this. And thank you so much for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Voltage out.